Hello everyone, and welcome to a very quick visual demonstration of proper and safe handling of a firearm, and I'll also be covering some safety mechanisms on the firearm and as well as how to render a firearm safe. Now, rendering a firearm safe is a term used to essentially mean that there is no live ammunition, there is not a live round or bullet inside the firearm. Rendering a firearm safe can keep yourself and others in your surroundings safe from very serious injuries or even death. So first I'll begin. I like to keep my firearm in a locked box, as I think everyone else should, but that's just me. So after gaining access, I have my firearm here. This is a Canik TPMX 9mm handgun. So I'll remove the safety guard here. And quickly I'll go over just a couple features. Here on the trigger, might be a little hard to see, but there is a small gray protrusion right here, right above the trigger, resting on the trigger. This is called a trigger safety. Now, if I put my finger on the outside of this trigger safety and onto the trigger, I'm not able to pull it back all the way. Only when the trigger itself is depressed, and in the same motion can the trigger be pulled. There is also a feature on the back here. Now this also might be kind of hard to see, but this is called a cocking indicator, or yes, a cocking indicator. Now that I cycled the receiver a little bit, you might be able to see a small red dot right here on the cocking indicator. This indicates that the firearm has been cocked and potentially has cycled a round into the chamber. So, say you come across a gun lying around. If it doesn't have any of these kind of safety features, such as the trigger guard, or the trigger safety and the cocking indicator, to maybe give you an indication that this firearm could be discharged accidentally or on purpose, what you want to do is render it safe. So first, I'll take the firearm, keeping my fingers away from the trigger guard and the trigger itself on the outside. Here is a small button called the magazine release. So I will push the magazine release, and the magazine will come out effortlessly. So we can place that to the side now that we know that the magazine is not loaded. But what about the firearm itself? So there are several ways that you can do this, and employing all of these ways is probably the safest way to go about it. So first, I can put my hand on the back of the slide here, and I can pull it back. So now I can see just very quickly that there is no live round that is inside the chamber or inside the barrel. That is one way. An even safer way, better visual inspection, is if I pull the slide all the way back and push this small lever up. This is the slide release. So from here, I can visually inspect and even physically inspect with a finger or any other kind of a small, slender device. I can stick perhaps a pencil. I can stick my finger, a pencil, into the chamber and magazine well, and even here we can see through the magazine well that it's empty. The chamber is also empty, the barrel is also empty. So this firearm has been rendered safe.